Don't think about it. Just one by one.
It's gonna take.
We'll just cuddle each other tonight.
Yeah.
With light running out fast, the women are no closer to finding a beach to set up camp.
It's right near me. I can't see it. It's I think. Oh my God, there's a caiman.
Though potentially deadly to humans, a crocodile of this size could provide tens of thousands of calories for the women, who have barely eaten in days. The women decide to walk away from this potentially life-saving feast.
That is dinner here. That is our dinner. The little bastard's got close, mate. He's not scared of us.
You're in.
Here we go, puppy dog.
Yes.
Go. Get in there, boys. Woo!
Actually wrapping up.
We can't eat because we have no fire. We have nothing to drink because we can't boil it to purify it and sterilize it.
The women have circled back to Coconut Beach for a second time. The women have now been without water for more than 48 hours, and they are dangerously dehydrated.
I feel really drained.
After almost 2 weeks without a meal, the group is at the point of starvation. If they don't eat soon, there's a genuine risk they'll...
Hey, shalom, all praises, honor, glory goes to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Recha, Quadash. Double honors to the apostles, elder bishops of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings to you fellow brothers pushing his word in truth and sincerity. Coming back with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Recha, Quadash, Shalom, to all the faithful believers out there fighting for their faith in these wicked, evil times, all right? And you seen this short. This is something I seen earlier, and I seen it. I've seen this clip before, but this is, I guess this guy has like a reaction, you know? So I didn't find the original clip, whoever put that together, but, you know, people do the reactions now, or they'll just put themselves on the video while another video is playing. But you already can see from the video what it implies. Okay, really, you don't even have to, what it implies doesn't even matter. What's actually happening. Okay, it says all male island versus all female island. Who will survive it? And in this modern Western society, you know, the woman has, you know, become very proud, which is all set up. Let's go to a scripture. You know, this is not a video to bash women or, you know, this is not something this is not a gender war. You know, we're not red pill, you know, and our complaint is, our complaint is, you know, the woman, she's part of the problem. Absolutely. But ultimately it's because the wicked is in rulership. So things have been turned upside down and she has been put in a position of power. Okay. And she's in a delusional state because these modern Western societies are metropolises. Let's look at this word metropolis. How do you spell that? Metropolis. That meaning. All right. I believe it's like mother city, meaning. It says a major city, especially the chief city or country of origin. I want to look at the etymon. So okay, right there. The mother founded. when you go into that word, it goes into mother, like mother city. Okay, the mother founding, all right, polis, city state of a colony. The mother founding city state of a colony, especially in ancient Greek Hellenistic war. Yeah, because it all goes back to the Edomite. Okay, it tells you in what's that? First Maccabees, the first chapter, how when the Greeks came into power, wickedness increased in the earth. But I want to get the Edamon too. It broke it down there. It broke it down there, but we go a little bit deeper. Okay, these metropolises, these mother cities. Metropolis. Just okay, right there. There we go. There we go. See? So you know we're not lying. Okay. When you go in, it's from late Latin, which goes back into what? Rome, Greek. And Greek is Latin, Greek, from Greek, metropolis, mother city. That's what it means. Mother city. So these cities, these Western cities, societies, are set up for comfort. They're set up for the woman. Essentially, men built the city so the women could be comfortable. And there's nothing, and this is the thing, there's nothing wrong with that. But everything is out of order. So the woman has been put in a position of power, thinking that she's this great, chief, and she has everything under control. But when you actually look at it and you analyze, everything that she has was given to her by a man, even the power that she perceives she has. Okay, she can't go out and get food on herself by herself. Okay, if the children are sick, how many women do you know that know remedies, that know herbal medicine? Okay, how many women you know that can, which is not hard, can what's it called, be a midwife and deliver babies? How many women you know that can sew clothes? How many women you know that can bake fresh bread? Not you go to the store and you get the packet of yeast from Esau, who's made it comfortable for you. But how many women you know can go and get flour and water and make a starter? Okay, so we can go on and on. Again, it's not the bash to women, but when we're gonna go back to that video, it just shows you that when the reality sets in, these women, they're gonna crumble. Okay, and that was just a small depiction of they set it up. Two men, you have two groups. The man, a group of men on an island to survive, and a group of women on an island to survive. And within 2 weeks, and I'm pretty sure they were helping the women in the background, but within 2 weeks, the women were at the point of starvation. Okay, they're getting ready to, die. Of course, they're not going to let them die, but they're at the point of death. So, say they linked up with those men. Say somehow both of those groups linked up. What do you think the woman role? What do you think she's going to be doing? You think she's going to try to take charge, or she's going to try to find the man that's in charge, and she's going to submit to him? Why? Because her life actually depends on, and that's actually the real world. Where we're in a Western world, this is not the real world. This has been fabrication. And see, what's happening is it's all getting ready to correct itself. Jeremiah 31:22. How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For the Lord has created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. And that's what we're seeing. Okay, but now we have these social experiments where reality sets in, where these women get out of the corporate office, because she's big time in the corporate office. She has a suit on, she has that position, she has her little MacBook laptop, she has her little car key, what was it, the RFID, the fob to get into these different, she's heads of departments. Yeah, the woman, she could do a lot of things. The women are talented. But when it comes to the nitty gritty, when it comes to survival, the woman is going to crumble. Okay, I'm going to name this video from this scripture here. Let's go to the scripture, Isaiah 32. right? A man shall be a hiding place from the wind. Again, I was referencing, if both of those groups linked up, those women, 2 weeks there, they're at the point of starvation, getting ready to die. You see those men, they were good. They were good. They was catching fish. They was catching caiman, which you ain't supposed to eat that, but just we're using it as an example. They were catching food. Okay. They probably already set the hierarchy, who's pretty much in charge. Okay. It was more in order. They weren't all depressed and all jacked up. They went and got it, but that's the spirit of the man. And see, that's been, looked down upon, and that has not been taken. That's been taken for granted. That a man is important, and especially when it comes to the times that we're in, an Israelite man is going to be the most important man on the planet Earth. Right now, he's looked at as the least important man on the planet Earth. He's looked at as the lowest man on a totem pole. Which, hey, that's the curses. We get that. We understand that. Okay, we could be mad about it, but that's the reality of the matter. Yet, what's getting ready to happen is the Most High is getting ready to turn things right side up. That's what this thing is about. Okay, the Most High, there's getting ready to be a market correction, and the value of the man, the Israelite man, is going to be, what's the word? It's going to be reestablished on the highest level. Isaiah 32:2. A man shall be as a hiding place from the wind. Okay, and that's the chaos. All right, that's the collapse. Okay, when the food, okay, let's just, when the food runs out, what are women gonna do? When you go into the grocery store alone, it's dangerous. When you going outside alone, it's dangerous. That's how it is in the wild. Okay, these Western societies are set up to make women comfortable, which, okay, that's cool. Yes, the men built these cities for women to be comfortable. Yeah, but now things have gotten out of hand. The woman believes that she's powerful, but put their ass back in the wild, give them the same tools, really give the woman a head start, and she still won't be able to make it because that's not her lot. Her lot is to be subservient unto the man, and see, that's going to be reestablished. And get all these women, you put them in Western societies, these are top women. These are top women. Oh, a man ain't gonna do this. Da, 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 da. Some of them might be even lesbians, right? Put their ass out there for a couple of weeks and watch. And she see any man. She see any man. You already know what she gonna do. She gonna do it all for him. Okay. Let's play. Did I read? Let me finish that scripture. Isaiah 32:2. A man shall be as a hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land. Yeah, the man, he gonna literally be a river of water in a dry place. It says in this clip that it was like 2 days without them drinking clean water. They couldn't even start a fire to boil the water. And from day one, everything was collapsing. There more snakes and lizards and mosquitoes and all that. The woman, she's supposed to live the comfortable life. She's supposed to be tucked in the house. Let's get a scripture. How our women used to be, okay? Delicate, okay? Delicate. There's nothing wrong with that. That's what we want, delicate women. Now these women are brolic. They're a little stare you in. What you looking at, nigga? Don't be looking at me like, oh, damn it. Like, but when society collapses and it goes to a real world scenario, because if you go over to Gaza, them women ain't acting like that. You go on to Iran, them women ain't acting like that. You go over pretty much anywhere else in the world, these women are not acting like that. These are Babylonian women. These Babylonian women are all, I mean, they on a different level with it. So that, so judgment is going to come on a different level. Okay. This is Deuteronomy 28:56. The tender and delicate woman among you. Let me see something. Let me just do something. What is a tender and Delicate woman. Let's see if AI can just tell me anything. You see a tender, when you see like a woman that's feminine, you kind of like just like, and I'm not talking about a woman with her her cleavage showing, her ass showing, haughty eye. I'm not talking about that, but a woman that actually has that feminine spirit, that soft voice, that shame face covered up. You like as a man, you be like, shh. You know what I mean? Like it does something to you. But these women, like, what's that? What you looking at, nigga? Where you gonna take me? What you gonna do for me? Right? So I just asked AI. A tender woman is often described as a gentle and nurturing figure, embodying warmth, sensitivity, and emotional depth. This concept highlights the importance of compassion and care in relationships, suggesting that such traits are significant in both cultural and spiritual context. Yeah, because the woman has her role. The woman, her spirit is supposed to be delicate. It's supposed to be it's emotional. It has sensitivity. It's forgiving. It's warmth. It's comforting. Yes, absolutely. That's the balance of the other side, okay, of the man, which is the strong, which is the direct, and these two, you can't have one without the other. These two, that's why the Most High made man and woman, because they're supposed to be together, and that balances both of them out. Nevertheless, the man is over the woman, and in this society, the woman has been over the man, and that's prophetic. We read that in Jeremiah. Nevertheless, when we see in real world context, when the real world is actually in front of you, because in these societies, the wild animals, they've been subjugated. Who subjugated the wild animals and got them out of the cities? The man. Who built the roads? The man. Who built the microwave? The man. Okay, who built everything? It was the man that built these things, and the woman is supposed to nurture the man. The man, the woman's supposed to forward the man's legacy. She's part of that. But the woman, she wants it all and more. And you can see how this has destroyed these women. But when reality hits, okay, and it's pretty much hitting. Reality's hitting, but they're still proud. But watch when these women, they're going to bow down before us, guaranteed. Okay, and that's just the reality of the matter. Did I finish this? Oh, I read that, right? So Deuteronomy 28 and 56, the tender and delicate woman among you. So we read like a small little definition. You can go more into it. Let's go into tender and delicate here in the blue letter. Okay, rock, tender, soft, delicate, weak. You got these women in the gym, broad ass shoulders. This woman, she got bigger biceps than you, or she's super toned. Of course you want a little, women need to work out. And it's, these black women, let me tell you something about these black women. They're the most laziest women on the planet Earth. Okay? They don't want to do nothing. They believe that you just take me as I am. They'll eat whatever. They'll just eat whatever. They'll literally let themselves blow up. Literally blow up. She's 60, 70, 80 pounds overweight, and you're supposed to take her as she is. You're supposed to respect her. But she don't even take care of herself. You women need to be exercising. You don't let yourself go. Now you got women that's a little bigger and all that. I ain't saying to be no skinny little thing. I ain't saying that. But that's just the reality. The black woman, she just lets herself go. And you know what? You better take her as she is. Right? The scriptures say tender, soft, delicate, weak. Right? Soft, gentle words. The woman don't talk to you gently. The so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American man, they're literally arguing with their woman. Literally. Right? So we looked at tender. Let's look at delicate. These are traits that these modern women don't have. They weren't taught these things. I nag. dainty, delicate. Okay? Yeah, our women were on a high level back then, man. So let's read about it. The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her feet upon the ground. She would even put her feet on the ground. You see she wouldn't be walking out on the ground. She's that dainty. She's that delicate. She's that tender. For delicateness and tenderness, she was the epitome of femininity. Okay, softness. All right, shamefacedness. We're not mad. We're not telling you we're in Babylon, but we're just giving you what we were. Okay, and the spirit that we should be coming back into this truth in the woman as well. The woman has to come correct. But guess what? The Most High gonna make her. We're not here to convince any of you women that these are the things that you need to do. We're just saying, thus said the Lord. If the Spirit of the Lord comes upon you to start to embody these traits, all right, hey, all praises. But if not, and you just a dildo head, then hey, that's remember, there's a lot of women that's gonna be destroyed. Let's get that out of the way. There's a lot of women. The majority of the women in our nation are going to be destroyed here in Babylon the Great. 2/3, and there's more women than men. So you're going to see it's going to be almost like there's going to be more women dying than men at times. Her eyes shall be evil towards the husband of her bosom, and towards her son, and towards her daughter. And we see that. Okay, we see that, and that's it's prophecy. Again. It's prophecy. So it is what it is. We could be upset about it all we want, but that's the reality of the reality of the matter is the Most High took our woman. Okay, the scriptures speak about how our woman shall be a harlot in the streets. Our wives, our daughters. Right, okay, we get that. Nevertheless, the Most High is going to correct these things. Okay? Let's I'm gonna read maybe one or two more scriptures. Let's go back to this video. Look at her. Look at her.
Don't think about it. Just one by one.
It's gonna take
We'll just cuddle each other tonight.
With light running out fast, the women are no closer.
The women are not supposed to be out there surviving. Okay? One man. You have one man that can be amongst these women and take care of all of them on some survival shit. And guarantee you, every last woman is going to be fighting for his attention. If you have 10 women there, all you got to do is put one man in there. And what do you think these women are going to do? Because they want to eat. They're looking at the man as their God, as their Lord. In this society, they don't, these women are bugged out, but they look at the so-called white man's power structure as their God. So now, what did they say? I don't need a man. What do I need a man for? I can pay my own bills. I can buy my own food. Okay? I can do this. I can do that. All right, 1 second. So that has been exported, but now the Satan, the serpent, he's done with the woman. He did what he had to do. He got your mind. He broke up the house. He bugged you out. Now he's about to enter you into that beast system through that RFID microchip. Okay, and you getting ready to catch holy hell. It's gonna be like this. This is the scenario it's gonna be in. But you're not gonna have cameras, and you got people, the paramedics, and you're not gonna have no help. It's going to be, here it is, they're crying now, and there's a team behind it. You don't see them, but there's producers and making sure that the women don't drop dead, probably giving them, food on the side. There is going to be no, watch the first scene of The Road.
Instead of finding a beach.
Let me see if I can find that on YouTube. If not, I'm going to wrap this up. This wasn't supposed to be long. The Road movie. First scene. Let's just see. Fair use. Opening scene. Fair use.
When it was time to add my son to our car insurance, I was scared to even think about my wallet.
Well, you see how... See look at it. Look at some post-apocalyptic type shit.
Stopped at 1.
Okay, I think that this is...
Day.
Okay, no, it's not the scene, because the opening scene is really when the woman, she bugged out. Hold on. Let's see. You can watch it on your own, but the woman, she bugged the hell out. Let's see. Yeah, I don't feel like finding it. You know, if you can find it, that'd be cool. You put it on the thread. But if you watch that movie, the woman, she bugged out, man. And that's how it's going to be, you know, when the deal goes down, man. It's going to be real ugly. And the man, again, a man of the Lord is going to be, as let's go back to that scripture, Isaiah 32:2. A man shall be a hiding place from the wind. All right, the wind is going to be all the chaos, and a covert from the tempest, the protection, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a where. And it's not just any man. Oh, the high value man, he make $100,000 a year, and them dudes, them so-called high value men, whether they're celebrities or entertainers or have 20 million, 50 million, 100 million, they all bow down to the woman. Here, you got all this damn money. You're literally bowing down. You got to please her. And if you don't, she's going to divorce your ass and take everything. So you're still subject to the woman, right? Tell me I'm lying. All right, I'm lying. Okay. But the reality of the matter is that's what's going on. We're done there. I don't need that.
To set up camp.
Look. Look at him.
Right near me.
Just think if this was not a TV show. It wasn't a TV show. If one of these men, it don't matter if it's a fat man, an ugly man, a black man, a white, it don't matter how the man look. If them women were stuck on an island surviving, they're 2 weeks in on at the point of starvation. Maybe one of them already dropped dead, so the body is just rotten. And they see one of these men, that's literally, they're gonna look at this man like salvation. See, and you women, you modern women, you've never been put in these situations. Okay, you might have, a man try to attack you, or grab you up late night. Why your ass? Number one, you shouldn't be up late night walking the streets for a man to grab you. But okay, let's say that happened. Who do you call? The first thing on your mind is a man. You call 911. You call a man. Okay, that's what you want. You want the help from the man. So ultimately, you still need a man, and it's going to be manifest when, pretty much these Western societies collapse. Okay, the food system collapses, sanitation collapses, morals collapse, friendships collapse, war, pestilence, okay, evils. And this is just pretty much like a microcosm of how, the men are built to survive. All right, women are built to get under men that survive.
Oh my God, there's a caiman.
Though potentially deadly to humans, a crocodile of this size could provide tens of thousands of calories for the women who have barely eaten in days. The women decide to walk away from this potentially life-saving.
Yeah, because that caiman gonna rip them up. They don't have the physical, the power. When we read one of those definitions, delicate, it means weak. And that's not bad. I'm not saying weak. Oh, you can't. A woman ain't supposed to be fucking benching 250 pounds, squatting 450. She's weak. She's delicate. That's what the man wants. He don't want a strong ass woman wrestling. You got a woman wrestling and shit. Big ass shoulders, big ass thighs. No, the woman is not supposed to be out there fighting the goddamn caiman, fighting the mountain lion. She's supposed to be in the house, waiting for the man to come back home, to take care, to make sure this man is good. But these women, they got their mind all messed up. But it's okay. That's fine. Hell is coming.
Feast.
That is dinner, yeah. That is our dinner. The little bastard's got close, Fanny. He's not scared of us.
You're in. Here we go, puppy dog. Yes. Go. Get in there, boy.
All right, you get the point, right? You get the point. Isaiah 4. Let me get Isaiah 13 first. Isaiah 13:12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. And this is going to manifest here in Babylon the Great, especially, okay, amongst the men of the Lord. The Lord is getting ready to make a man very precious, meaning his so-called market value is going to go up. His market, when a woman looks at you, she's already judging. Okay, what's your market value? Why would I get with this man? Is my life going to be better or is it going to be worse? A woman wants to date up. Okay, she's bugged out, but that's just hypergamy. That's the spirit of a woman. Of course, you want to be with the top man that's going to be able to take care of you. I get it, but it's perverted in this society. Okay, but in this time that we're coming in, remember, the Strait of Hormuz is closed. That's big. Okay, your dollar is collapsing. The petrodollar is collapsing. Okay, your currency is being devalued by the second. Okay, the supply chains that get fertilizers, the supply chains that get energy, is collapsing. Has it been done by design? Yeah, absolutely. But these are all the curses of the Most High. So those curses are going to fall upon women a lot harder than it's going to fall upon a man. A man can go. I can go right now in the woods. I can chill out in the woods. You don't need a lot. A woman can do that? No, she's not built for that. Okay, she's not built for that. So the Most High is going to make a man of the Lord, very precious, very precious. Okay, and a woman has, the Most High has women set up to be attached to these men in these times. But the reality has to set in. The reality is setting in for certain women. Certain women are getting it. Okay, but we're still in a state of relative comfort. But that reality is going to hit very soon. And some of you women, you're just not going to make it. Okay? That's just a reality. But some will. So hopefully you tapping into that spirit of subservience. Okay? Because if you're not, you're out of there. You're going to be like these women. But it's going to be a reality. Hold on.
Actually wrapping up enough.
We can't eat.
Look, this is who you're going to be.
Because we have no fire.
That's you. Well, hold on. Let me. We're going to come here. One more scripture. Let's get Micah. Bear with me. Micah 7:10. Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is the Lord thy power? Okay, and that's pretty much what these women say, because they don't see the Most High. They don't see the power that's coming. They don't have that vision. So they look at, oh, you talking about the Most High, you talking about this is going to happen, you talking about you a king. I don't see you a king, I see you a peasant. Which, yeah, we are a peasant right now. Okay, but in spirit, we're the kings of the earth. We're the rulers of the earth. So when the Most High set us up in that position, ain't nobody got to say shit. No, ain't nobody gonna say shit. They just gonna bow down. The Most High gonna do the talking for us. We don't have to do the talking. We already done the talking. We already told you what it's gonna be. If you don't see that, that's just, there's nothing we can do about it. We don't care. Let not the incredulity trouble thee. For what if some did not believe? We're not here to convince you that we're these guys. We're lowly men. We're nobodies. We're just here to do the work of the Lord. Nevertheless, there's a reward for that. The Most High gonna set us up over the whole planet Earth. Not just, build us up. Let us make 250,000 in this world, and you drive a Mercedes, or you get looks from women, and women hit your D. Nah, that's the low level. We're gonna be actually over nations. We're gonna control spirits. We're gonna be eternal. We're gonna actually have power over the earth. on a whole nother level. We're gonna dictate what nations do. We're gonna have slaves. The nations are gonna be our slaves. We're gonna have total power, total dominion on the planet Earth, with no chance of us ever going down. Come on. So we're just patiently waiting for that to manifest. But in order for that to manifest, there has to be a collapse in this world. Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. And with that also comes the control over the woman. Right now, Esau has the control over the woman, but we know he's a sodomite by nature. He likes little boys. So he let a woman go do whatever you want to do. Be a whore, destroy the earth. And they were deceived by it. That's the way that the Most High set it up. Okay? Because the Lord put the man of sin in power. But see, now his power, Esau, his power is waning. The Most High, there's a changing of the guard. That translation of power is happening. And with that, also the translation of the woman, because the woman is part of that spoil. The woman is part of that possession. Remember, you women are possessions. Okay? Let me say it again. You women are possessions. Okay? I'm free. I'm powerful. I am woman. Hear me? All right, cool. Keep that same energy when shit collapse. Okay? Keep that same energy. If you're not coming in the spirit of a servant, then just don't come. Yeah, it is what it is. Let me stop. Then she that is my enemy shall see it. like this Jake right here. Like, look at him. Jake, he like, yeah. Jake is loving this. These men are, if we go to a comment board, they gassing. They flaming these women. Okay? You see that? See that smile? We gonna have that smile. Okay? We gonna have that smile. All right, because the Most High getting ready to humble you women and make you women bow down. So you might as well just get in that spirit now. You should just bow down now. And maybe the Most High have mercy on you. But it's going to happen regardless. Let me stop. Right? Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is the Lord thy power? My eyes shall behold her, now shall she be trodden down in the mire of the street. It's going to be a lot worse than this. This is nothing. This is nothing, okay? This is gonna actually, you see, she's gonna actually be in reality. There's no fire there. They haven't eaten. They haven't drinking. They can't even drink clean water. And this is the TV show. This is not even reality. They can just give up. And they was giving them food on the side, give them little drinks of water. Cause you know they were doing that.
Because we have no fire.
That's the state. Look, we have nothing to drink. We have nothing to drink. We just read in Isaiah 32 how a man is going to be. Let's get it again. Let's get it again. Salakia. Isaiah 32:2. A man shall be as a hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place. The man is going to be as rivers of water in a dry place. Okay? Again, if a man showed up right now, he just showed up, guaranteed. I mean, you already know what's going to happen. He's not going to have to force a woman to do anything. The woman, she's going to give herself to this man. The man's coming with water. He's coming with comfort. He's coming with protection. He's coming with food. There's wild animals out there that can kill you, and he's protecting you from that. You're literally 3 days in. You had nothing to drink. You're on the point of death, and then here he comes. You're gonna look at this man like a god. But right now, you can go. There's running water. You can go get bottles of water. You can do this. The so-called white man, he brings it to you, so you don't need a man. But what happens when all that shit collapses? Okay. So we read that.
Nothing to drink because we can't boil it to pure.
You can't even make fire. You have the stove now. That's for the woman, which it's a beautiful thing. Yes, absolutely. I love a stove too. Okay, it's a beautiful thing. Again, it's not to bash women, but this is just the reality of what's getting ready to happen. All right, and that's why when we're gonna go to Isaiah 4:1, this is why and it's going to be a lot worse than this. Okay, it's going to be a lot more worse than this, because you're going to actually see women dropping dead. Okay, now she should be as the mire in the street. She's going to be mud. She's going to be trampled down. Okay, we could get Isaiah 32:9. Rise ye women up that are at ease. Give ear to my speech, you careless daughters. Many days and years shall ye be troubled. Okay, when you open up the scriptures, the Most High don't really have nothing good to say about the woman, man. There's a couple. There was some sisters in there that was on point. All right, the balance of that, yeah. But for the most part, the Most High don't really have nothing good to say about the woman, man, unless she's in order, unless she's bowing down to a man. Okay, because that's the order that's set up, and that's the woman's spirit, but it has been superseded by, or it has been perverted by the serpent, which is it's all spiritual.
Purify it and sterilize it.
Look at these niggas. Look, they got the fire. They went on a hunt. They got the meat. You think a woman ain't gonna be in order? Huh? You think a woman ain't gonna be in order? When there's no more Uber Eats, when there's no more restaurants, okay? What about when the vengeance shall fail? She ain't gonna have not a goddamn thing to say. She gonna keep her mouth closed, and she gonna open that mouth up when the time is right, if you know what I mean.
The women have circled back to Coconut Beach for a second time.
All right, you get it. Isaiah 4:1. And in that day, 7 women. Let's go to Isaiah 3. Okay, Isaiah 3 and 25. Thy men shall fall by the sword, and the mighty men in the war. So even these women that have men here in the society, okay, their men are going to be sent off to war, and they're going to die. And her gates shall lament and mourn. And she being desolate, she's going to be desolate, shall sit upon the ground. Let's go to this part, right? Shall sit upon the ground.
Almost 2 weeks without a meal. After almost 2 weeks without a meal, the group is at the point of starvation. If they don't eat soon, there's a genuine risk.
Where's that point where they were on the ground? Bear with me. Oh, right there. See that?
The women have now been...
Look at them. They all bent over. They all bent over. That I am woman hear me roar spirit is gone. Look at them.
Without water for more than 48 hours, and they are dangerously dehydrated.
Look at her. Done.
I feel really drained.
She's ready to do whatever a man got to say. In every way, any and every way. Okay. And her gate shall, this is a TV show. This is a reality TV show. This is not real. And her gate shall lament and mourn, and she being desolate shall sit upon the ground. She's gonna be done. So then you got a man of the Lord. She ready to do whatever you gotta say. And we're gonna read it. And that day 7 women shall take hold of one man. 7 just means complete. So it could be 50 women, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. All right, because it's going to be very shameful and life-threatening to be alone, not to have a man for protection. Okay, your men are going to die in those wars. Your men are going to die of starvation. Okay, and the scriptures say that they're going to be as women. Okay, there's only going to be one group of men down here on the earth that knows what's going on, and you're going to see that in their continents. Right now, it's not well respected. It's not looked at as anything that's beneficial. It's not looked at as a hot commodity. Okay, but in that day, when that hell comes, and we see this as a microcosm. Look at I really feel drained. And then you got a man of the Lord in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai. He come around. Now she's ready. Now she's ready to, you know what? Okay, so I'm going to close it there. Until next time, shalom to the elect. All praises to Yahweh Bashem Shai, Bashem Rakakwada. Shalom.